Welcome to all. Class number 11 of our course, SFT and BMD. You can notice one thing here, I wrote very important. I will just tell the reason why I wrote very important. For that matter, I will tell every class of mine will be important. But this is furthermore important. Class number 11 and class number 12 and 13, that is coming two classes, are the most critical. If you correctly understand 11, 12 and 13, 90% of the problems you are facing in SF and BM calculation will be eliminated. And I told earlier also, I think, if you remember, in my class, the word doubt has no entry. All these years till today, in my class, not a single one will ask any doubt. Because I don't give any chance to ask the doubt. Doubt will come when you don't teach properly. If properly taught, and if the one who is listening, that is student, if he gives dedication and he is interested and full-fledged study is doing, then there is no doubt chance is there. So, therefore, I will first explain what is this 11th, class number 11. When you go for uniformly distributed load or uniformly varying load or general, you can tell distributed load. There, the loading is represented by a diagram. If it is UDL, represented by a rectangle. See, if it is UDL, this way, it is technically it is a rectangle. This way. If it is UVL, represented by a triangle, or it can be represented by a trapezium. These all will come one by one later. Now, one more principle I told you last time. In case of UDL or UVL, when you consider load for any length, you need not consider the entire length for any length. Or imagine now, this is our length considered, L0. It is possible UDL may go further also. Don't worry. If you consider L0 length everywhere here, the resultant load or total load where it will pass, that is the most important. Where it will pass. Our line of action of resultant load will pass through which point? I already told you, will pass through center of gravity of the diagram representing the load. Representing the load or representing the loading. Therefore, and one more thing I told you, the total load will be equal to average or mean intensity into loaded length for all the cases. Or further simple way, you can easily understand, it is area of the load diagram. You can take any one of them, both are same. Either you can consider average or mean intensity into loaded length or area of the diagram representing the load. These all points will be once again told systematically in the class number 12, because there I am showing the loading. But today this class what I am doing is, I will explain very clearly how to locate CG. Of course, how to find area also. How to find area not required. People are knowing how to locate CG. So today's class very powerful, because later when I tell that, see the total load is acting here, somewhere here I tell you, passes through CG of this diagram. If it is not clear why CG is there, then it is your problem of not studying class number 11. I will tell at that time, if any doubt is there, why I put the CG here, you should go back to class number 11, thoroughly understand and come back. For that matter, later, every class I will tell sometimes. Start from class number 1. Come through all the classes in order. And then see what is your level of knowledge. Okay, now, to save the time, what I will do is, I cannot write, I have to clean the board instead of that way. Instead of writing in front of you diagram solve, I can write it earlier, so that you can save the time. So I can concentrate or spend more time on the principles required here. Okay, I will first make it ready now. Okay. I will start from uniformly distributed load. Short form is UDL. Why I wrote short form here? Later I am writing systematically once again. See, loading considered is UDL. Very popular throughout the world, they write UDL like this. But actually, technically, you are right like this. This is the correct one. This is shortcut. 90% people, if this way given, sometime I have seen people counting 1, 2, 3, 4. Sir, 4 loads are there. No, this is not 4 load. You can put any number of arrow marks here. This shows that what? It is a UDL. So, usually people write like this. Now, so if it is UDL, it is represented by a rectangle. Very important. Therefore, I want now property for rectangle. See, I am telling only property now. Rectangle, I want property. I want property for rectangle. For rectangle, see, I already told you, base usually people take B and height H. No, our purpose is to learn properties to be used for SFD-BMD. So there, the base is the loaded length and height is intensity of load. If it is UDL, intensity is constant, say W per unit length. This will be explained again once again. So I already told you, don't write kilonewton per meter or Newton per meter. It is wrong, technically wrong. You should not write any unit for this one. Why? Because whichever unit you are solving problem, you use the unit there. But in a general equation, don't consider units. Suppose you want area of a rectangle. Someone will tell, see, a rectangle of base, he will tell 6 meter and height 4 meter. Area is 6 meter into 4 meter, 24 meter square. It is not correct. You don't tell 6 meter, 4 meter. Or sometimes people have seen, they write this way, rectangle of base B meter, height H meter. Who gave them the right, first of all, to consider B in meter or H in meter? What? It can't mean centimeter, it can't mean millimeter, it can mean any unit it can be. Therefore, you tell a rectangle of base B and height H. Then tell area equal to base into height. Let them use any unit they want. So in my class, when a bookwork is there, or standard case comes, I will never write kilonewton or meter. I never write. First of all, should not be written. Come to rectangle. See, I will take a rectangle here of base length L0. Remember, why I take L0? Because this is going to be the loaded length later. That's why I told L0. And rectangle height, I will tell, is W. W means, see, that value here, W, over. I think I don't have to explain anybody. Everybody knows. See, basic formula for area is average height into base. Here, base is L0. There is no average because W here, constant. So when it is constant, average and maximum, minimum, all are same, W. So therefore, directly area equal to, see, today it is area. From class number 12 and 13, it is not area. It becomes the total load. It becomes total load. So area equal to base into height. Base into height or equal to L0 into W over. But actually, from next class onwards for UDL, I will tell W into L0. I will tell the reason why. Okay, now, where is center of gravity? If I consider the full rectangle, CG will be here. See, later, when you mark that load here, see, this way, the total resultant load later, when you mark, it will pass through CGG. So remember, this distance, both are equal. Whatever this L0 divided by 2, L0 by 2, L0 by 2. Or L0 by 2 and L0 by 2. Now, one small important point I will tell. Why today's class is important. See, just consider UDL. I will put like this on it, because why? This is how you will consider later. If I write like this, it is actually like this. So I will write this is W per unit length, intensity. These all I will explain. What is the meaning of W per unit length, what it means, with some practical example I will tell you. Now see, this length I want, any length will do. Suppose I take length of some random length, say 5 meter. 5 meter. Now, this I am not interested. Length I want 5 meter. So that means now your W should be either Newton per meter or kilonewton per meter. It can't be Newton per millimeter, because why? What unit you use here, that W should be per unit length based on this unit only. Now see, suppose you want equilibrium. Suppose you consider equilibrium. Then the entire load is to be considered. Then the resultant load will pass here. See, here. Surely this distance and this distance will be midpoint 5/2 and 5/2. It will be crystal clear. Now, suppose you come to BM calculation. When you do BM calculation, you should be knowing later you have to consider only one side. Suppose imagine I want BM somewhere here, this section. See, my finger is here now. See. Now, for BM here, what I want is, I have to look one side. Suppose I look this side. If I look this side, I can see the complete UDL, that is UDL for 5 meter length. So, for moment of that load, from here, I want perpendicular distance to line of action of that load. It will be equal to, see, if this is 5 meter, from here to here is 5/2, this distance, we don't know how much it is. Say, for example, 3 meter. Then, from here to here will be 3 plus 5/2 meter. But, I'll write here, but, suppose you want BM somewhere here. I'll make one more sketch now, see. One more sketch I will write here. For example, this is UDL, W per unit length, no problem. Or I can put W per meter now. See, now I got the right to write W per what? Meter unit length. See. Now, length is once again I told 5 meter. Okay. Make clear now only. Suppose you want bending moment somewhere here. See. This is where you want bending moment. Some distance required here. Say any distance for the 5 meter is there. Say 2.6 meter. Random. Then this will be 2.4 meter. Now see, when you want bending moment here, principle is you have to consider only one side. You should first come there. These all will be told in the class later. Come there. Either look this side or look this side. I will tell. Decide one side and then look that side only. Never look other side. Okay. Now, suppose you decided to look this side. Suppose you decide to look this side. Then, when you look this side, you can see UDL only for 2.4 meter length. This 2.6 is not visible for you. Therefore, now if you want moment, we want what? If it is a rectangle now, where is center of gravity? It will be what? The load will pass through, say, somewhere here. So, if this is 2.4 meter length, then this distance will be 2.4 divided by 2. Because why? Because our loaded length considered is only 2.4 meter. For that 2.4 meter, resultant will pass here. Or, in case I look this side, or you look this side. Okay, now, see, stand here. Look this side. I am remove the hand now. See, my hand is here now. Then, the resultant load or total load will pass here. Now, this distance will be, if this is 2.6 meter, when I look this side, you can see UDL only for 2.6 meter. So, this will be 2.6 by 2. So, that is the way you have to decide center of gravity. So, when you tell CG for rectangle, if the base is L0, don't blindly tell CG is at L0 by 2. If you consider the entire rectangle, correct, it is at L0 by 2. But if you consider partial rectangle, then it will be through the center of the partial rectangle considered. So now I already told you what is the area and where is CG. Rectangle completely cleared. I am 100% sure, 100%, everybody knows this one. Okay, now I will go to the most powerful uniformly varying load. But today I am not covering varying load. Uniformly varying load will be represented by either a triangle or trapezium. So today I will give the property of the triangle or trapezium with the sketches. I will prepare it and continue. See, now uniformly varying load. First, uniformly varying load represented by a triangle. It can be right angle triangle, or it can be isosceles triangle, or it can be triangle in general. I wrote here, see, main sketch I wrote big. Loading shown smaller. Next time onwards, this will not come. This only will come. This property will not come next time. I am making everything clear now only. See, now, if the load is this way, later I will tell intensity is 0 at one end, which linearly increases to maximum of W per unit length at the other end. Here, left hand 0, right hand maximum. See here, right hand 0, left hand maximum. That all will be covered in the second round. That is tomorrow's class. Sorry, next class. Habit, tomorrow's class, what to do. See, I told or. Now do one thing. This loading will be represented like this. See, here I wrote W per unit length. But here I want only ordinate W. Per unit length is not required because I am going for geometric property now. So, if I consider the entire area base L0, you should know for this one, area equal to, everybody knows, for a triangle, again, once again, same principle. Average height, see, here W, here 0, divided by 2 is W by 2 into L0, which is very popularly called what? Half into base into height. This everybody knows. Base into height, that is half into L0 into W for this case. For this case and also for this case. For both of them, half into L0 into W. Now, see here from left to right I have shown increasing ordinate. Here from left to right I have shown decreasing ordinate. This formula for area will give you total load. I am considering full load. Later, if you want only partial load, then what will happen is, when you look this side, you get right angle triangle, but when you look this side, you will get trapezium. That you can understand after I consider trapezium. So time being, see, I shown full considered. Now, for the entire loading or entire triangle, where is CG? See, we never want CG in a direction perpendicular to the baseline. We want, see, the load is acting like this. When you want moment, we want to load into this distance. Therefore, we want distance of CG only and only along loaded length. So, we require CG location only along loaded length. We never require this way. So, how to locate is, see, I can't derive it here. It is a standard result. I will tell what to do. Divide the base, right angle triangle. What I am telling now is for right angle triangle. Divide the base into 3 equal parts. Here also. Divide into 3 equal parts. Now, see, if it is a rectangle, divide into 2 equal parts. Yes, exactly here, CG, midpoint. For a right angle triangle, divide into 3 equal parts. Now, so this is 1/3, this is also 1/3, this is also 1/3. Where is CG? You see which side is more area. Quite natural. See, area is more this side. Sometime I have seen people telling CG, you see where is the vertex, where is the right angle is formed. Not required. Common sense is sufficient. Common sense. See where is the more area. Anybody can tell. More and more area is spread this side. Therefore, resultant will fall this side. So, here, more and more area is spread this side. So which side area is more, CG will fall on that side. That's all. Simple logic. Only common sense sufficient. You don't require vertex, then where 90-degree angle is formed, what's all required there. So here, see, if I stand here, more and more area this side. So CG will come this side. So here, see, here. So now, very important, see. Now you can tell this is CG, this is CG. Okay. So therefore, along the loaded length, baseline, along loaded length, for the full triangle, that is when you consider the entire loading, not partial loading, CG location will be either 2/3 or 1/3. Now, 2/3 is bigger, 1/3 is smaller. Nobody has to worry or think a lot to decide. Anybody with a little common sense will tell, see, this is bigger, this is smaller. CG will go that side. From center, it will shift that side. So, this will be 2/3 of L0. This will be 1/3 of L0. See, and here, see, CG will be here. Common sense only, see, more and more area is this side. So CG will come here. So this distance will be, see, smaller one, 1/3 of L0. This will be 2/3 of L0. See, once you mark the CG on that side where area is more, common sense will tell 2/3, 1/3. Here, see, once you mark this side, smaller distance, 1/3, 2/3. Ordinary common sense is sufficient. Now, one small mathematical point. 1/3 of L0 or 2/3 of L0. 1/3 of L0 or 2/3 of L0. Not 1/3 of L0. See, you should not tell 1/3. You tell either 1/3 or 1/3. I always make fun of my students. I will tell them 2/3, correct? Sir, no sir. Sir, 2/3 or 2/3. Who told you? Sir, you only told. So just for fun, I told. So 1/3, 2/3 here. This is for a right angle triangle. Okay, now next. This will be covered in more details next class. Why? When I take up loading. This is introduction. See here. Isosceles triangle means these two angles are equal and these two distances are equal. If this is L0, both will be L0/2, L0/2. So now area equal to, everybody knows how much? Half into base is L0, height is W over. Area cleared. Now you want center of gravity. Very simple. Perfect symmetry is there for the entire triangle. See, if you take entire triangle, CG will be exactly here. Means exact center, you will have CG. Same. At what distance? From here, L0/2. From here also, L0/2. But remember, suppose you consider this side and that side separately, then each of them will become what? Each of them will become right angle triangles. Then you have to require, see, for this one, 2/3, 1/3. For this one, 1/3, 2/3. That is, if you split it. If you don't split it, if you consider everything, CG will be center. Okay. Now I will go to next case of triangle in general, and lastly I will explain trapezium. Both of them in today's class only. Now consider last case of uniformly varying load represented by a triangle. Next pending is trapezium. See, I told triangle in general means random. See, loaded length is L0. There also, see, two sketches are there. Loaded length L0. Now, maximum ordinate is from here at A, from here B. There also same thing. Do not by heart A as from left hand, B from right hand. One side is A, one side is B. Here I took A less than B. See, B is bigger. Or you can tell B more than A. There I consider A more than B, B less than, or B less than A. Now, this is representing the load. This will be considered next class. Now, after representing, you get a triangle in both the cases. See, this way. So, again remember, what I am explaining is when the full load is considered. Here, see, suppose you consider this load and this load separately, then you get two right angle triangles, like previous case. But if you consider the entire load in a single step, then you get full triangle. Now, for both of them common, see, area equal to half into base into height W. This is very simple. If I talk furthermore, I will be wasting my time. Okay, now, where is CG? See, first decide where is CG. See, when you locate CG, it's important. Doubt comes for the CG for the entire triangle, not part. See, I considered here entire triangle. Where is CG? See which side more area is there. See, here A is lesser, B is more. So CG, now there is no 1/3, 2/3. Remember, 1/3 and 2/3 is only for right angle triangle. So now CG will be this side. Why? More area. So maybe somewhere here. See, CG is here. How? Tell me why I wrote here. Because this is smaller, this is bigger. There is more area on this side. Okay, now if I come here, there is more area this side. This is CG, somewhere here. Where? I will tell you. This is CG. Over. Now, roughly you mark the point CG. One thing sure, here CG will come little this side. Here CG will come little this side. Okay, now. Again remember, this will be explained later. Now you want, where is that CG? See. I want this distance and this distance. Out of scale, I have not maintained scale here. Roughly I am telling, see. I told you already, we always need location of CG along the loaded length. Never this way we require. Now see. Now for both the cases, you remember location of CG by words, not by AB like that. By words. I will tell you by words now. See. If I stand here, distance of CG from here, this end will be full length plus this cut length divided by 3. If I stand here, the CG will be at full length plus this side cut length divided by 3. Or see here, if I want CG here, from here, full length L0, full length plus only this side cut length, see, A divided by 3. If I want from here, see here, full length L0 plus this side cut length B. So it will be L0 plus B divided by 3. So that is the best way of remembering. See here now. If I want from here, see, irrespective of CG will come this side or that side, formula is same. Now, when you substitute, that value will adjust. Here, your L plus A by 3 will come more than A. Here, that formula will give you less than A. That is when you substitute. But general formula I told you, same way you have to use it now. See, start here. CG somewhere here. From here if you want. Full length, how much? L plus this side cut length from here up to maximum ordinate. A divided by 3. From here will be full length L plus that side cut length B divided by 3. Okay, sufficient. Further explanation when I take the example of triangle load. When I take example of loading, I will write in the class, say some 7 meter, 4 meter, 60 kN per meter. Then I will tell you how to take moment for the entire load. I will simultaneously explain if you divide into parts, what will happen. Okay. Now, the last case, that is trapezium. Okay, last case. Now, lastly, uniformly varying load represented by a trapezium. See, I have shown here, trapezium. one side W1, one side W2. Here, W1 is the minimum intensity, W2 maximum. It increases. Here, reverse, decreases. W1 is the maximum, W2 minimum. That hardly matters now. That all comes later. Then, now, length L naught. So, for this one and this one, these two are the diagrams you are getting. Now see, again and again I am telling, when you consider the entire diagram, see, now suppose you want only one part, it is separate. Then you have to apply property for that trapezium only. When you consider the entire loading, both the cases, then you require area and where is CG today. Next class not area, it is total load. CG means where is line of action. Okay, leave it now. See, I wrote here, for a trapezium, area equal, remember, this is the most powerful. Do not remember A plus B by 2, W1 plus W2 like that. Remember by words. That is the most powerful. See, how? Area for a trapezium, either this one or this one, whichever you want, area, it is equal to sum of the two parallel sides. There are two parallel sides are there. Sum of the parallel sides divided by 2. 2 is standard number, 2. Multiplied by distance between the parallel sides. Therefore, see, I will write here now, for both of these, here space is not there, I will write here now. For this one and this one, for both, your area equal to, tell how much? Oh, sorry, tell me is usual habit. See, one parallel side W1, one parallel side W2. See, I never wrote higher side, lesser side. In the standard formula for area and for locating CG, higher, lesser will not come. Just two parallel sides. So, W1 plus W2, W1 plus W2 divided by 2 into distance between the two parallel sides, that is L naught over. This is area for this trapezium and also this trapezium. See there, over. Now, where is CG? To locate CG, formula is there. See, I will tell you formula now. You want, I already told you, you need to locate CG along the loaded length. This way you don't require. This way you require it. So, now, mark CG. One thing sure, if it is a rectangle, CG will be here, center. Because it is higher here, CG will slightly shift this side, but that is not required for the expression. The expression is general. So when you mark here, from center, slightly shift this side. Now, this is CG, and here CG. This is center. Because more area is there, CG will slightly shift this side. See, for example, here. Over. Now, you need these distances. See. These distances. So many places I have seen people telling, see which is the higher side, see which is lesser side, nothing like that. When you mark CG, you from center slightly go that side where area is more. This is clear for you. Now, distance of CG is always from one of the ends or parallel side. See, I wrote the formula here. It is a general formula. Like I told, area of, like last time say I told, L plus A by 3, L plus B by 3, what I told? Full length plus this cut length divided by 3. From there, full length plus that cut length. Same way here. By words, formula is, if you want locate CG for a trapezium, see there are two parallel sides are there here. I want this distance. You decide from which parallel side you want. Firmly decide. Then formula is that parallel side, that is from where you are measuring CG, measuring distance of CG. See, CG is not measured, CG is located, distance is measured. Okay, now that parallel side plus 2 times, see, you can see here, 2 times or twice of other parallel side divided by sum of the two parallel sides multiplied by distance between the two parallel sides divided by 3. For area divided by 2 here divided by 3. So for expression for locating CG for a trapezium, I will tell once again now. Suppose, see, trapezium is this way. I stand here on one of the parallel side. See, if I want distance from here, it is this parallel side plus twice of other parallel side divided by sum of the two parallel sides multiplied by distance between the two parallel sides divided by 3. I think this should be crystal clear for you. Start. So if I want, see, this distance, I want CG distance from this parallel side. So my finger should be here now. Start. This parallel side, W1 plus twice of other parallel side divided by sum of the two parallel sides multiplied by distance between the two parallel sides L0 divided by 3. This is divided by, remember, area divided by 2. Okay, here. Now, if I want this distance, you don't have to go there, start from here. But if I from here, if I write, I have to write using left hand, I cannot write. Therefore, I will put here now. See, I want distance from here, start, that parallel side. Plus, I am standing here now, that parallel side plus twice of other parallel side. Divided by sum of the two parallel sides into distance between the parallel side L0 divided by 3. See, now if W2 is more than W1, this will come more than L0 by 2, that will come less than L0 by 2. That will be taken care in the calculation value. So formula, there is no question of which is more, which is lesser. See, start same way. I can tell fast now to close it now. See, I want this distance. Never bother W1 more than W2. But when you locate CG, slightly this side. Okay, start from here. This parallel side. W1 plus twice of W2 divided by sum of the two sides W1 plus W2 into distance between the two parallel sides L0 divided by 3. Same way here. From here I want formula. W2 first. From where here I want. So first that side. W2 plus twice of W1 divided by W2 plus W1. I can write W1 plus W2 only into L0 divided by, for area divided by 2, for CG divided by what? 3. See, I forgot right here. Highlight it. Highlighting it. That is important. Divided by 3. For CG, when you divide that number, it is 3. For area 2, this little few examples, it will be fully clear. So this is for trapezium. I given by words here. And that I have not given. What? I think I have not given that one. Last time case. That full length plus that side cut length by 3, I have not written on the board. You listening to my statement there, you make your own note for that one. Okay, now we will meet in class number 12 and immediately next class number 13, the two most critical classes for SFDBMD. Because why? Examples for point load, UDL and UVL with the numericals. How to find moment, how to find moment about an outside point, how to find moment for about an inside point. Everything I will fully clarify. That's why I want 2 classes. It is for giving full explanation for you only, not for time pass. So that everything will be crystal clear when you go to SFDBMD. Okay, thank you.